Hello and welcome back. We are just about to learn some more spells and do some enchanting and spell making so we can become better magicians or mages guild members anyway, because we are not magicians but bards.
What is your business here?
I don't think I have talked with her before. I cannot think with all these interruptions. Please leave me alone. Sorry, but you're out of luck because I'm not leaving you alone right now. Do you have any rumors? Jira made a bet with Galbadir about who would get to the rank of journeyman first. I hope it doesn't end with more flamatronachs in the Mages Guild library like last time. Oh god, that sounds very dangerous actually. Mages Guild is a rat's nest. Unsound practices, slipshod scholarship, politics, lame brains and lunatics, but essential for research, and worthwhile for the discounts on services if nothing else. Moraine Dren here, he's not so bad. Good intentions. And Edwina Albert over in Eldrun. Interesting projects. A bit of touch perhaps, but sound and sensible. Okay, she's not very impressed with the guild despite being a member. Okay, let's pay her a little money so she sells spells to us for less. Okay, there we go. What do you train? Alteration, mysticism, restoration. Okay. Well, let's look at what you have. Potions, I don't need any at the moment. And spells. Cure poison, sure, I'll buy that. Restore health. Yes, I'll get that. Cure common disease on other. I don't need that. I don't. Maybe. Sure, I'll buy it. Dispel. No. Okay. So we now have a whole bunch of spell effects. So we can actually make some spells for ourselves. Right here. Some that are easier to cast than what we had available at the spell sellers, like this touch 30 maybe. It still costs 18 magicka and I only have a 15% chance to cast it, so I won't be buying this one. Delete. What else? Maybe a levitation, like 1 point levitation, because that's all we need for, I don't know, maybe 11 seconds. That only costs 1 magicka and we have a 32% chance to cast it, so that's pretty good. Let's go with that. Let's call it short, or maybe let's call it levitate short. Anything else we want? Sorry. Not really at the moment anyway. So let's try this enchanting business. Let's find a remote little room here and save the game and try to make our first enchanted item. I really hope it works because my enchant is only 35 and that's not very great. So the item I want to create is, let's go with this one. It's an amulet. let's call it Amulet of Healing. Sounds very generic, I know, but it's descriptive enough for our needs. Restore health on self. Something like 7 points. That sounds good. That only costs 1 charge, and we have 30 charges in this amulet. And we managed to do it at first try. I probably would have reloaded the game if it failed, so it's a good thing that I didn't need to do that. And it's a really good enchanted item. It can restore our health instantly, restore 7 points of health, which is a lot if you consider that we have 41 health total. So this is a great magic item. Anyway, let's set up some quickies right here. I need my saber on 1 and my amulet of healing on 2. There. Now we are ready for a bit of adventure. Oh, I have a soul trap, and it lasts for 60 seconds on touch. That's good. I will be using that as well, so let's make a quick slot for that. 3 is soul trap. That is great. So for now, let's leave the Mages Guild. And let's look for those mushrooms for Ajira. Let's take a look at our journal and see where she wants us to go to get them. They may be found in the swamps of the Bitter Coast. I can get there by following the river Odai south of Balmora until I see a wooden bridge. After I pass the bridge, I should look for a way over the hills to the west. Okay, so let's leave the town to the south. And we'll go on this road until we see that wooden bridge. It's very foggy.
Your turn to talk. How is this?
Not that it bothers me, because we can still see plenty ahead of us. I believe that's the wooden bridge, although by the looks of it I would rather describe it as a rope bridge, but I guess parts of it are made of wood. My fatigue is running low, which means that I am fatigued, because it's a strange way that the game expresses it. It calls it fatigue, and if it gets too low, that means you are fatigued, which is the opposite of what you might expect from the name, but that's how it works anyway. So we are at this bridge right now, and the journal said to pass the bridge and then look for a way over the hills to the west. Although we are on the western side of the bridge, so we don't actually need to cross it, we just need to look for a way over these hills. But first, let's check out these guys and see what they are doing out here.
What's your story?
Hello. I'm a miner in the Shulk egg mine, but I'm just out here taking a break. Egg mine? So, you mine eggs, you say? I'm a miner. Usually here on Wardenfell, being a miner means you're an egg miner. Script jerky and script jelly, Quama eggs and Quama scuttle are the basis of our Wardenfell economy. Yes, there are more valuable resources we can take from mines like raw ebony, raw glass, draw wax, daedra skin, daedra heart, diamond, ash salts and so forth. But and that's good work too, but it's the egg miners that feed Morrowind and bring cash from all over the Empire. That's interesting. Do you have any Morrowind lore? About 50% of Wardenfell's inhabitants are Dunmer. The other half are Redguard, Breton, Nord, Altmer, Bosmer, Imperial, Khajiit, Argonian and Orc in roughly equal proportions. So you're a Redguard then? We are warriors by nature, quick on foot and hardy of constitution. We are good with all weapons and armors. Look for us in the thick of battle. But didn't you just say you were a miner? I'm confused there. Do you have any rumors? Yeah, I know that. Don't fight when you're tired, don't try to cast spells when you're tired. You'll fail much more often when you're tired. That's why veterans always carry a couple of restore fatigue potions for an emergency. Yes, that's good advice. Little secret. Quama foragers and warriors don't attack us, since they're used to our smell, but they attack intruders. And you smell like an intruder. But don't worry, the queen squirts out foragers and warriors like seeds. If the foragers and warriors bother you, kill them or run past, whichever is easier. But do us a favor and don't kill the workers. They won't bother you, and we need them to keep the queen laying eggs in their and the eggs ripening. So that's interesting. So these are what are these Quama foragers? Scouts. The Quama forager scouts the surface of the land and natural underground passages, searching for suitable locations for new colonies and hunting for prey. Foragers are aggressive but not very dangerous. Yeah, we encountered a few of them earlier. They sound like an interesting animal species. It looks like they have a lot of different forms, and each of them are responsible for different tasks in the colony, just like ants, maybe. So we are over the hills right now, and this is the Bitter Coast already. So we'll take a look around here. There's a scribe over there, and we have a bunch of mushrooms over here in the shadow of this tree. So let's take one of these. We have a violet coprinus. We were looking for those. We only need 3 now. Is there anything on the stems or the trunks of the trees? Not that I can see. Oh, there are some tree trunk mushrooms. I don't know what they are called in English. Hypophasia. We need one of those. And we have some luminous Rosula, so we'll take that. Although we only need one, we don't need both of those. So one of those I will be eating and hoping it's not poisonous. We weren't warned about it being poisonous, but who knows? Somebody's attacking me, but I don't see them. Oh, it's a mud crab. Okay, it's dead. I'll take the meat. What's that over there? It looks like a village. Well, let's look for some Bungler's Bane, because that's the only mushroom we are missing, I believe, while we are going towards the village. There should be some on one of these trees. No, none here. Maybe on that one. Oh, what are you? Are you aggressive? Yes, you look quite aggressive. It was a Nyx hound. We met some of them earlier in a cave, now that I think about it. More Nyx hounds. Not to worry about this battle, because our amulet will keep us healthy if we need it. Just so. Actually, we should be trapping souls now that I remember that. There we go. He's trapped. And we have its soul. It's an Nyx hound soul, which is pretty much useless, but I can at least maybe try and recharge my amulet with it. And it worked. It's good enchant training to recharge items with souls that you find during your travels. I'm not sure what happens to those souls. Maybe they become part of the item. It's quite questionable how ethical using soul gems is, but we are doing it anyway. Let's not think too much about that. It's Bungler's Bane, and that concludes our mushroom collection that we are looking for. So we'll go ahead and check out this little village we have here, because we are done with our task. As much as I've heard about the Edric ruins from the locals, I believe that's one of them. It fits the description perfectly, so let's not go there yet, because we are scrubs when it comes to exploring Daedric ruins. Instead, let's talk with this fellow and see what he has to say. Hello there. Greetings. You should take care in these parts. There are murderous outlaws about. No telling what might happen to careless travelers. Murderous outlaws, you say? Oh yes, these are dangerous times. They'll rob you blind and cut your throat without giving it a second thought. It's a bad idea to carry anything of value on your person. In fact, it's probably best if you give me that gold of yours. 100 septims, perhaps? I think you will find the way less dangerous if you do so. He's quite intimidating, but Anna is very sure of herself, and maybe a bit too much, considering she's only level 2, so she's going to refuse that offer.
You should have picked an easier opponent.
Huh. It seemed a small price to pay for your life. No matter though. I'll have that gold one way or the other. Oh yeah? We'll see about that. Okay. Ooh. We're on the ground. Oh, ooh. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Maybe we should give him that 100 gold pieces, but first I am going to try something. I have this scroll here that I've been saving, the scroll of Hellfire. It's right here, which I believe will help us in this fight quite a bit. No, I won't give you 100 gold pieces.
You will die with a stab.
Oops. What else can we use against him, because that didn't quite kill him? Do you have any other scrolls that might help us? No? Not quite. I don't see anything that could possibly help us here. Yeah, I think I'm going to die once again. Yeah, no spells could help us here. Yeah. Okay, let's give him that 100 gold pieces. I know I don't have to talk to him, but he might chase me down or something if I don't do it. Sure, here's your 100 gold pieces. Wise choice, traveler. As I mentioned, these are dangerous times. You had best be on your way now. People nowadays. We'll probably come back one of these days and see if we can beat it out of him. But for that we need to train a lot more. Or find some more scrolls anyway. That could help. So this is a village here. It's Leod. Leywad, maybe? I don't know. Hello.
Do you want something from me?
I'm Glonagoth, stranger. This is Leod. You're either a fisherman or sailor in the Bitter Coast region. Or a smuggler. We don't get many pilgrims or tourists here. Are you looking for someone in particular? Are you looking for services? Is there some specific place you'd like to visit? So are you a fisherman, a sailor, or a smuggler? I am Glonagoth, herder. So none of those. I'm Netch herder, that is, when I'm working. Right now I'm not working, and that's fine with me. Okay. Tell me about this village. This is just a little fishing village on the Bitter Coast. A rough trek along the river Odai connects Leywad with the town of Balmora across the hills to the northeast. And you can get a ship to Gnar Mach or Ebonheart. Otherwise, it's a very long and unpleasant walk along the coast south to Seydanin, or a much longer and more unpleasant walk north to nowhere. He's funny. Tell us about the Bitter Coast. The Bitter Coast is named for the salt marshes and swamps along the southwest coast. The water is bitter, and so is life, generally. It's mostly uninhabited wilderness from Seydanin in the south, all the way north to the West Gash and the Sea of Ghosts. Leywad is a fishing settlement on the mainland near the mouth of the Odai River. There's a fair trek along the river inland to Balmora. Gnar Mach is a fishing village on an island farther north, but both places are small, isolated and poor. What both places? I think he means Gnar Mach and Laod, because Balmora is not small and isolated. Do you have any services in town? A few folks in town offer services, but they are either independents like Perian Aureli, the pawnbroker, and Palia Seno, or they're Kaminatong and offer services to their own people, so it seems like there's a Kaminatong presence in this little village, which does not bode well for us. Okay. Someone in particular around here I should look out for. The Red Guard Trusteve is the owner of Fatleg's Drop-Off, the only trade house, and Baleni Sellowell can get you out of here by ship to Ebonheart or Gnar Mach. Other than that, nobody important here. By the way, this is Kaminatong country. There are some Kaminatong people around, but and they don't like Fatlip or Thieves Guild folks, or pretty much anyone, from what I've heard. Let's take a look at what places you have nearby. Fatleg's Drop-Off is the only trade house in the village. That's where everyone hangs out. See a couple of shacks and a ship or two, and you've seen all of Laod. Balani Sellowell at the docks offers passage to Gnar Mach, Vivek and Ebonheart. But we need to go to none of those places, so she cannot help us in that regard. Let's take a look at what rumors he had heard. Yeah, Kaminatong. It seems like that's all everybody is talking about over here. Little advice. If you're looking for trouble and not particularly superstitious, there are a number of ancient abandoned tombs in these parts. Yeah, I've seen some of those and found pretty good loot in one of them. Little secret? Yeah, we know what Daedra are. Okay, so this is a nice enough little village here. And I see that the guards are wearing Lalu armor, so we are still in Lalu territory, and it sounds like the It sounds like the Kemenatong have this village in their buckets. So we should probably not hang out here. Not that I would want to, because there is, by the looks of it, nothing here. So we will end this episode here, and in the next one I'll be going back to Balmora and deliver these mushrooms that we have found to Ajira. Maybe we can get some less demeaning duties from her, but I wouldn't keep my hopes up. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.